What's up, Emerald City Comic Con? How you guys doing? You're not dying out on me yet, are you? You sound like you are. Let's try that again. How you guys doing so far? You still with me? Good. Hi to everybody at home that's watching on the SYFY WIRE live stream or on syfy.com. And welcome to our next guest who has written the very original My Boyfriend is a Bear. Hello to Cat Farris.
Hi. I actually am the artist.
Well, artist.
I can kind of take credit for
You can
some
take credit for the whole thing.
Sure, why not? Sorry, Pam, it's my book now. Love you.
Yeah, Pam, it's no longer yours, it's hers. That's my bad. So let's talk a little bit about this very original book. How exactly did this transpire?
Well, I am told that the original story comes from a comment that the writer Pam made to our editor Charlie at one point when she was describing her relationship with her husband. She had brought home an It's It. If you're not familiar with that, it's a famous San Francisco ice cream sandwich, and it's giant. And she had apparently gone out to get a plate and a knife so they could split it. And when she came back with the plate and the knife, her husband had devoured the whole thing and just had like, It's It all over his face. And she was like, Charlie, I'm living with a bear. My boyfriend is a bear. I think he's a bear. And Charlie's like, Pam, you need to write me a script.
That's actually amazing. I love how did you get involved with the project?
Well, they needed an artist, and I live in the same town as Oni Press, so I'm familiar with a lot of the editors there, and they are familiar with my work. I got an email from Charlie out of the blue, and he was like, Kat, I have a book I think you're going to be perfect for. I'm going to send you the script, and I want you to let me know what you think. So I opened the email. I read probably the first 30 pages of the script, and I set it down and immediately typed to Charlie, I have to draw this book. It was just, I felt like if I didn't get the chance to do this script that my life would be over, which is weird because usually I don't feel that way when I read scripts, but it speaks to the script and how much I feel like Pam and I kind of share similar sensibilities that I thought it would be perfect fit for me, and Charlie was totally right.
So, considering the awkward and kind of weird premise, did you at any point while you were drawing this go, like, this is a little too weird, or do you ever try to figure out how to balance that fine line between not making it so weird that it's like unrelatable?
Well, I mean, I'm the kind of person, I grew up watching shows like Cow and Chicken, and so nothing seems weird to me. Like, I really like absurdist humor. I was like, oh yeah, sure, it's a cartoon, like it's supposed to be weird, why not? But I think I definitely felt like I had to balance that line, because a lot of people are really freaked out. They're like, oh man, I don't know, it's a metaphorical bear, right? No, it's a real bear. But the point is the heartfelt, sweet story, and so I was trying to bring like my cutest, most sensitive art to the table for this, so that people would be able to look past the a bear and a human being, that's gross, to actually like let the point of the story sink in.
Do you at all, like when you guys are collaborating or talking, do you ever have ideas about a direction maybe the story should go based on what you're drawing?
I think by the time I came in, it was pretty clear cut, like the main arcs of the story. I did get to influence a little bit of like sequences here and there. We have a great sequence where the girls all go out and get totally snockered at a martini bar. And Pam and I had a lot of back and forth about how that should look, and it ended up with like a weird, devolves into like Picasso, surrealist, just ridiculous storytelling. It's really fun.
So, I mean, it seems like every day there's another comic series that wants to explore the dark side of a character. You guys made a comic that's very light and relatable and female-focused. How important do you think that is right now in the current climate?
I think it's hugely important because, especially as far as romance comics go, there's really not a huge market for that right now. And I've been getting a lot of excited, both male and female readers who are like, I've been waiting for a book like this forever, and I'm so glad it finally exists now. So I think it's really important to see something that's not dire and dark and sad or violent.
Some of the characters, they dress themselves in some very interesting outfits. Where do you come up with the ideas for these outfits, like putting the bear in the Arcade Fire shirt?
That was all Pam. It's written in the script. The bear is wearing an Arcade Fire t-shirt, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Some of the characters are wearing clothes that my friends wear because I think my friends have better fashion sense than I do. The main character, Nora, is wearing a dress that I looked up on the Anthropology site because Pam described her to me as someone who likes to shop at Anthropology. So I just went and combed the site till I found a simple dress that I felt like drawing over and over again and went ahead and dressed her in that. Does anyone else wear anything really weird? Oh, I guess her creepy ex-boyfriend wears like all sorts of weird band t-shirts, doesn't he? And some of those were Pam's, and then Twee-Ass Banjos was mine. Made-up band, I don't know, some weird hipster band.
That's a great band name, though. So I get it. So how much, aside from obviously her husband, or was it her husband or boyfriend?
They're married now, yeah.
They're married now, but they were dating when she first brought home the It's It. Which I really want to know what is in an It's It ice cream sandwich.
I think it's a chocolate chip ice cream with, no, it's vanilla ice cream, 2 oatmeal cookies covered in chocolate, I think.
Does she get like free It's Now if she goes there? Because she basically wrote a comic book.
Yeah, because it appears in this book, and we're very clear it's It. So I don't know why we're not getting that endorsement. I could use also some It's
so now we're gonna put it out there. So if the creator of the It's It is watching or listening, they should definitely start shipping you guys lifetime It's Its.
Yes, thank you. This is a very good
Not a problem.
I
It's the least I could do for you, especially since I messed up and said that you wrote the comic before. So.
Oh no, it's fine. I would happily take credit for it. It's an excellent
credit for the whole thing. So how much besides that do you like? How much of personal relationships gets kind of told in these stories or influences the story?
Well, I feel like it's really hard to write anything well without bringing your own personal experience to it. I think part of the reason that My Boyfriend is a Bear is so relatable, even though it's about a girl dating a literal 500-pound American black bear, is that it's built on real human experiences that have been felt emotionally by both the writer and by myself, the artist who are drawing it. So I don't know, it's really hard when you're working on something like this to divorce yourself from it. You always kind of see yourself in these characters and try and draw on those experiences.
Do you have any idea where the story's going? Where is it ending? Is there an end date? Is it gonna go on for years and years?
Oh no, it's just a single shot graphic novel. So the end is in this book right here.
The end is right in there.
Yes, but I can't tell you guys or you won't buy the book, so.
But like, is there gonna be a sequel? Is there gonna be a crossover? Is there gonna be a spin-off?
I have
a whole bear universe happening here.
That would be amazing for me. I was joking I was going to write the sequel, Oops, All Bears, where it's just about bears dating bears dating bears. I don't know, but I think it's just going to be this one shot here. It ties up pretty nicely in the end, so I can't imagine it going beyond this.
Now that you're done with this book, what are some other things that you have on the horizon?
Well, I would like to get back to my webcomic, The Last Diplomat, which I had to put on hold while I was working on Bear so that I had enough time. And I have a couple of secret projects that I can't talk about at all, but are in the pitch stage that I'm very excited about. So that's going to be coming up at some point.
Is there, if you could do any like dream character that you could draw, that you can get your hands on, who's someone that you would want, or even if it was a franchise that already exists and you want to get your hands on them?
Well, if Marvel ever wants to do an adorable chibi Wolverine series, please call me Marvel. I will draw the heck out of a chibi adorable Wolverine series.
So we're gonna put that out there into the universe with the It's Its.
Yes.
All right, so we got the Marvel chibi. I'm trying to think like what other, because I'm thinking about this comic book and I'm thinking about like BoJack Horseman a lot.
Oh.
So it's really like interesting to me how like it seems to be like there's almost a theme now with like these human animal relationships, because BoJack had a crush on a female that was human. So it's kind of like the time for it.
Yeah, it must be. I don't know. People like animals, man. Like, they're good. They're like humans, but better.
They're so much better. I think dogs are better than people.
I would agree with that.
Right?
Yes.
Dogs are totally, that deserves such an applause.
Yes, thank you.
Dogs
to the
are better
people in
than
the
people,
back.
so
Thank you.
I'm gonna just apply that to all animals.
Yes.
But it's just interesting how like these stories with animals as characters almost are a little more human and a little more relatable. It's like you're able to be a little more honest with the stories that are being told.
Yeah,
It's like a trend right now. Look at that.
It's good. I know. I'm happy to ride that trend for as long as it's here because I love it.
What were some of your influences as an artist?
Let's see. Probably my biggest influence in American comics has been Chris Sanders, who was the creator of Lilo and Stitch. I owe that guy quite a lot. He actually gave me a very nice portfolio review when I was just starting out and was thinking about maybe just quitting comics. And so that was great. Also, Hiroma Arakawa, who does Full Metal Alchemist, my studio mates, Leila Del Duca and Colleen Coover, also huge influences on me. I work with them every day, and I love them to death.
So a lot of this story is also like a comment on the millennial dating and like the world around us. And that's probably why a lot of people relate to it. Mm-hmm. Do you think the bear type of relationship is something that's very 2018, or that it's always been like a bear's out there? Like the nature of this relationship?
I guess it must be. I mean, I have a lot of people come by my table and they're really excited about, like, oh, you know, my girlfriend always calls me her bear. Like, we're really excited for this book. Or like, oh, my husband is such a total bear. Like, I feel like you guys wrote this book just for us. Like, so I think it's pretty common.
It's almost, but it's interesting to me how like a bear is its own personality type too.
It is, yeah. I feel like anyone who identifies as like somewhat gruff and oversized and like maybe a little bit hairy and prone to just tearing apart ice cream sandwiches without a plate or a fork.
Right.
You know, you can identify
as
with
a bears
bear.
Want to do.
Exactly.
Obviously. So where are you? Are you hanging out here at the con? Like, where can people find you?
Oh, yeah. I am at Artist Alley, table H5, and I'm going to be here all weekend.
Awesome. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Congratulations on your book.
Thank you.
Maybe there will be a sequel, I think. I don't know. We'll see. And yeah, stay tuned, because next we have Yehudi Micardo and the driving force behind SYFY.
Yeah.
So it's like
Look forward
kung
to
fu and hip-hop comic. So we're into it.
It's awesome.